Almost. Yep, we're live. Nick, how you doing? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Just constantly.
Another little chat here.
Yeah, I was just trying something that didn't work. I'm going to plug these things in. Hold on. All right, there we go.
All right. Hey guys, we're just waiting for some people to come on here for a second and getting situated, getting live on all the platforms. What are we live on right now, Pat?
Facebook ×2, YouTube, and the Twitter and the tweeter.
Awesome.
Yeah, good times.
Awesome.
What was I going to say? So, what do you want to talk about today?
What I want to talk about, like, I think something that we've got so many things going on, like so much news. Hey Ben, so much news going on, like in and around the platform and the success that's happening and the art that's been selling for the last couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think talking about that for a second, and then there was a huge success story that was posted this morning by one of our members.
Yep.
We want to talk about that too, but let's talk about first, right? Like every single week right now, we are literally seeing Black Friday levels of sales on the artist and photographer websites at our stores. It's just it's unbelievable. It's sustained,
yeah.
Right? We're talking about like when what we're doing, you guys, is we're comparing like any given time period. So if you take a week, right? Like May 1st through 7th, right? We take that period and we compare it to the exact same period last year in 2019, and we do a comparison to see what the person's sales were there and then what they were in 2020 on the average on the platform, right? And what we're seeing is anywhere from 150 to 225% growth, right? And the week over week, the sales volume is Black Friday level, right? It's fourth quarter levels. Like during this pandemic, during everything that's happening, it's the most unbelievable like stat that you could even mention, right? So that is happening, and it's been happening since the beginning of April, right? Like it's interesting how it worked, but like there was like the first like little panic of the pandemic, and I think the last 2 weeks of March it started picking up, and then it just exploded in April. It just exploded, and it has not stopped, and it's only gotten higher, right? We talked about how Google Trends, right, is showing like if you go to trends.google.com, which will show you like, what a particular search phrase has done over a period of time. You type in buy art online to see what buyers are doing, and it is at its peak level over the last 12 months, and it's not even close. Like everything else is like half or like 25% of the level. So it's blowing my mind. You know what I mean? So, and then so like bringing that to what happened this morning, and this happens all the time, right? This is happening every day, but I thought awesome, Jesse, can't wait for you to request a demo. Or sorry, to have your demo and to come on board. But, so members are like new members that come in and all that stuff are always, coming into our forum, and they're talking about, the successes that they had once they start following our marketing, the first marketing initiatives that we have everybody do. But one of our members, Philip Heim, posted today about how, he's been an Art Storefronts member for about a year, I think he said.
Yep.
And he has a physical retail gallery as well. Okay. And he got his website up, but he never got a chance to focus on marketing because he was busy with his gallery. Right. And he's telling this whole story, and he had sales of about, I think it was like $4,000 a month at his gallery. Right. And then everything
45.
shut down.
45.
Was it 4,500? Okay. 4,500 at his gallery, and
4,200.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. 4,200 there. 4,200 at his gallery, physical retail gallery. And then the pandemic hit and everything shut down, and he had to get on the marketing right away. This is 2 months ago. Right.
Yeah.
And so he got on the marketing right away. And in his post today, he's talking about how he is already at, what do you say? He's averaging now 4,220. So he is now beating what he did in his retail gallery, and is talking about how like, I don't know what I was doing with the gallery. I don't think I need a gallery anymore. I don't need to deal with all that overhead and all that stuff, because now
1/10 the
online
expense
is what's happening. And he's talking about how, you know, he should have started on the marketing sooner. He should have been following all the marketing that we've been advising on. But the great part is, Philip, you did it, right? Like, it's there, and we can't emphasize this enough. Like, just do it and get it done. Like, it works, right? Follow it, be in the workshops, you know, do all of that stuff, and you're going to be at, you know, the cutting edge with the latest information of what's working for all of our members and the latest tactics and strategies that are going on. So that was just how amazing is that, right? Like, in 2 months, he pulled
just
that
like
out.
the retail store, and keeping it open, and keeping the lights on, and keeping it staffed, and all of that expense just gone. What happens when you reinvest that in the marketing?
Oh my gosh.
What is that?
But in 2 months, to completely get his income back from his gallery in 2 months, like, think about that, right?
Yeah.
Panic. Can't sell offline anymore. How many people are in that position? And then he goes in and he works his tail off on the marketing, and is able to replace that income with online sales.
First giveaway in March. First discount code they ever pushed in March too. It's insane.
Amazing.
It's insane. Like,
had I listened, this is what he said there. Had I listened and started to market my website at the start a year and a half ago, that's when he started, who knows where my sales would be by now. Evaluating this, I have decided it's now time to shut down my gallery and focus all of my efforts online. I hope to have this all completed by August 1st at the latest. Lesson learned. How amazing is that? Like,
I mean, I think he said he's a historic spot, like Charleston, South Carolina, between there and somewhere in Georgia. Like, what do you think that is? $5 a square foot? Probably. You know, maybe more, maybe 7, maybe 9 a square foot, whatever it is. So there's a couple $1,000. The staffing, the lights, the power, and everything else. Like, that monthly
your own time.
That monthly nut is not small, man. That is not.
Yeah.
A small nut.
Exactly, when he's doing the profitability of the $4,200 in sales with the physical gallery is much lower than the $4,200 in sales online, right?
Yeah. How awesome is that?
Nice job, Deborah. I love seeing that.
Ship it, get it in the water, give it a shot. We have so much shipping going on. It's just starting to get ridiculous. We're moving so quickly, and it's so funny because we talk about Philip. I don't know if you saw the post that I put on top of there, but I was like, no, don't close it down before we run a live gallery show in there, right? Like, we got to get one live gallery show before he shutters the door, because we're about to be the ultimate experts in running live gallery shows. Why?
Yes, because they work.
Because they work. We are seeing such an explosion. We are seeing
evidence everywhere.
Yeah.
Our members are doing it. We've got a playbook already. That playbook, Pat, when I think about the next 30 days and 60 days, that playbook is going to be improved upon every 2 to 3 days. Every 2 to 3 days, we are going to improve that playbook based on what our members are doing and what's working and all the ideas we have. Like, I am so excited for
I am fired up about it. We are going to teach our members how to go live on every single solitary platform, with every single solitary piece of software that exists, with the phone, with the iPad, with the computer, with a combination. How do you go on Instagram and Facebook all at the same time? We're doing that. That's happening already, because Nick and I have shipped 150, 160 of these things since the pandemic started. That's number one. Number two, we are going to break down, document, and playbook every type of live art show up and down imaginable. Collaborations, retail locations, in your house, painting, whatever it is, we're doing them all. By the way, can you do that now too? Can you show comments?
Yeah.
What a great software.
I know.
Another thing. So there you go. And then we are just going to start iterating. And because we have a group of members that are willing to ship things, they're going to ship things and they're going to come back. We are going to be better. We are going to be the ultimate resource that exists in marketing land to run a live gallery show, a live art show, a live process show. We're going to be the best. That's it.
Yes.
I'm planting the flag. I just rammed the flag.
Me too.
That's it.
I'm 100% with you. Like, I'm laser focused on it because I just can't believe what I'm seeing. I mean, you know what's so awesome about this, Pat? We've talked about this, right? Like, you know, it's America 2.0 or the new normal, right?
I don't
Like
care about
the
the
online
damn jargon.
market.
I'm so sick of the damn jargon.
Whatever.
Makes me throw up my mouth.
It's an easy way for people to like to compartmentalize it, right? Like, because I want them to think that way.
Yeah.
I want everybody to think that way, because it's like I want everybody in our company to think that way. I want everybody out there, every artist and photographer listening to this, to think that way, because you cannot be relying on the old ways anymore. You have to mentally move on and treat the old ways like gravy, right? The new way is exactly what we're talking about right now, okay? And I've said that there has never been a bigger opportunity for artists and photographers online, because the more business that moves online, that is more opportunity for you. Because, you know, the local show in Seattle or San Diego, you had no opportunity to get that business. The local galleries in those areas, unless you lived there, right? You had never had those opportunities anywhere in the world. This applies to anywhere in the world, right?
Yeah.
But with more people buying art online and comfortable with doing that and attending art shows online, right? And it's totally normal and it's amazing and you can see all the detail and all that stuff. This is so good for the individual creator that I can't even tell you, right? And to see that these live art shows are working and people are selling on the spot with the right trade craft, like literally on the spot. Where else could you do that? You can't like most photographers and artists, Pat, like let's be honest here, they can't even do that at an art festival.
I know.
They can't even do that at an art festival with a booth. They can't just make sales on, you know what I mean? Like they make some sales on the floor, but this art show thing is a whole different story, you know? Yeah. And I won't go into all of the details because there's some tradecraft and all of that, right? It's not just about going live. There's a playbook, you know, that is forming here that is highly tactical. And that's what I mean. Like over the next 60 days, our playbook is going to be insane on this, right? It's going to be like a battle plan. And I am so excited for it because this is world changing. This is one of those things that, mark my words, people will be talking about this in the art industry for the next 5 to 10 years.
Yep. And it's not America 2.0. It's world 2.0. It's world 2.0. Right? For the immediate future, like this is just as true here as it is in the UK, as it is in Spain, to Deborah's friend, or I think it was Deborah's friend that's listening. Like the game's changed. Offline sources are not coming back at full clip. And even if they do, why would you want to limit yourself to them? Why would you want to limit yourself to them? You don't have to.
If you're waiting for the galleries to open back up, if that's what you're doing, you're toast. I'm sorry. Like that is a bad strategy. I've gone through 3 recessions as an entrepreneur. After the 2008 recession, the market shifted there as well. And I've been in the art industry this entire time for 20 years, right? The people who were trying to operate in the pre-2008 mindset got killed. And you know what? They've never recovered. Not to this day. Not to this day. I know them. I know these people, right? I know who was killing it before. I could rattle off 20 names right now of people who were killing it, right? Selling over $100,000 a year. And they are not doing well. And they have not been doing well the last 5 years or 7 years, right? Yeah. They've been kind of bumbling around and they never adjusted. And it's, you know what it is? It's just that mindset of like, nobody has told them what I just said. Like, no, you gotta move on. You can't, I know you want to hang on to the past because that's what worked for you. I know you want to hang on to it, but you absolutely cannot do that. That doesn't mean that you forget it. Of course, you keep doing those things and you try to make them work, but you have to devote a large percentage of your time towards the new normal, right? That is key. So it is so important. I just can't emphasize it enough.
It's actually like the biggest disruption to this particular industry that we've ever seen. And it's riding on the heels of the fact that more art is selling right now online than ever is sold before. The numbers are off the charts, how quickly it's moving. And then you couple this new live reality, no schlepping around, no rental fee. Nobody cares about a professional camera, about a lighting kit, about the microphone or any of that crap. You can, for no cost whatsoever, go online with technology, let's be honest, that has advanced so far leaps and bounds. Like, my goodness. I mean, I'm on my phone right now because my webcam is broken. Do you think I give a damn? Webcam broke. Kid ripped it off the top of my computer. Don't care. On the phone right now, no problem. Didn't miss a beat, right? Like, it just works. It just works. And you can instead of saying like, I'm going to destroy myself and do 52 shows, 52 shows this season. It's like, okay, I'm going to do 52 shows in a month. It's going to cost me less. I'm going to learn more.
Yeah.
I'm going to get better at selling. I'm going to be able to do multiples a day and enjoy those miles on the car and the hotel bills. See at the club.
Yeah.
See at the club. I mean, give me a break, dude. It's crazy. To your point, people are going to be talking about this particular inflection point for years to come. And the ones that are hitting the ground running are going to be reaping the whirlwind. I mean, the dividends that come, there's no shortcut to executing on this, learning the trade craft, getting better, because it moves so quickly. If you don't get in and start practicing and getting your reps and sets in and learning, by the time you try to jump in, that playbook that you read or that course that you took or that blog post you read is yesterday's news. It's out of date that fast. I mean, it's just, it's mind-boggling what's going on here.
Yeah. Yeah, and so like today's workshop, it's private. This is a private workshop for the Art Storefronts members. By the way, there's a lot of Art Storefronts members in the comments and that are watching this right now. It's at 1 p.m. Central, as usual. It's the same time every Tuesday and Thursday. So Pat, this is the like, I think this is like the third or fourth workshop where we've been, iterating and moving forward on this live show topic, right? We're doing general Q&A as well, but we're going to talk about this live show topic today and some new things that we've learned, and we're going to be updating our playbook on it.
Today's number 24, by the way.
And
24 these things we've run. I mean, that's insane. Like that, I feel like this thing just hit yesterday, and we're on number 24, and that's just the Tuesday, Thursday sessions. That's not even like the Friday, Wednesdays.
Right.
We're at like 50.
Yeah, but to think we've already had 3 or 4. Today will probably be. I'm just going to say it's probably the 4th session dedicated towards this topic. Right? Like how fast we are moving on this with all the trade craft, to get, because the goal, guys, when you're doing these things, it's not just to do them. You need to get leads and you need to get sales, right? And so that's going to get you the highest return on your time. And so the strategies on this are just evolving by the day based on, people that are actually doing these things and the results that they're getting. And so it's just absolutely incredible. So all the members, you got to be at our workshops every week, every single week. Don't miss one, because you're literally missing absolute gold information. And I wouldn't be there every single week if my time wasn't worth it, right? And same with you. You know what I mean? Like it is 1000% worth it. Like that's why we are there, because how much fun is it, by the way? Like we love hacking away as entrepreneurs and as marketers anyway. And so, to hear all the different information, and then sum it all up and get all the brainstorming that goes on with the members. Like it's phenomenal.
Yeah. It's like you're a mechanic, right? And like you're reading some sort of book about how you repair something. And instead our version is like, you have the tools in your hands and then the problem's right in front of you and you're just wrenching on it, right? You're wrenching on it and unscrewing things. What does that look like? And you put it all back together and seeing how it runs. And then it'll come back into the shop in 2 weeks and you start wrenching on it again. It's fun.
Yeah, you know what I think about right now, like when it comes to these, like how artists can run their own gallery shows and they're not like going to be dependent on galleries anymore with it. I think we are experiencing, or we will be experiencing, right? Because it hasn't quite happened yet. One of the biggest power shifts towards the artists and photographers that we've ever seen in this industry. Over time, it always goes that way, right? It's gonna go that way for musicians, for any type of creator. Like eventually they will have all the power, but it's a slog to get there.
Yeah.
But I think it's a major power shift because
it's a slog.
There's going to be less gallery
in 8 weeks.
Yeah.
It took a quantum leap in 8 weeks.
It took a quantum leap. And what's going to happen is that, the galleries, the physical galleries, they lost a lot of power. Yeah. They lost a lot of power. They're not going to be dictating terms. The artists are going to be, because the artists don't need them anymore, right? You don't like. I'll run my own show. Like I don't need to be in your gallery. I'll do geo targeting in Newport Beach, in a high net worth area. Put ads on and run a live art gallery show, and I'll get more people to watch than you will.
Yep.
Right?
And by the way,
Like, of course,
I'm not
it's
giving you
nice to have a
50%.
gallery, but
I'm not giving you
what's
50% either. I'm not giving you 50%.
yeah, I'm not giving you 50%. I'm going to make 100%, right? Like the revenue is going to come to me. So you think about that, and it's like you don't like this was never possible before. So they could dictate all the terms, but now they can't. So now what's going to happen is like it's going to be way more of a partnership, if at all, right? Yeah. If at all. And so that's a really interesting thing. I love it. I can't tell you how much I love it. You know.
By the way, do you see how this works? Because the group is private, it won't let us pull. So it says Facebook user.
So when there's no avatar, that's coming from our private members group.
Yeah, so it won't pull the looks. Like, so Deborah's watching on Facebook and we can show her face. And by the way, this is exactly what we're talking about, where we're learning 100% of every single solitary streaming platform out there to best equip our customers. And so in this case, because we're broadcasting on Facebook and Deborah's watching on Facebook, we've got her avatar, a beautiful horse painting here. And then Ben also on Facebook, so we could show Ben, and like that's easy. But Facebook user is who knows in the group, right? It's private information, so they won't show it, which kind of sucks. I'd like to be able to show it personally. You have to do some hacky for us.
Yeah, maybe.
Figure it out. But yeah, big happenings, and we're on it, dude. We are so on it. We are at such a better place than most. I love that you can show the photos too, by the way, or show the comments. It makes it so much easier depending on which one of us is waxing on poetically.
How great is Ben, by the way? Like just a great
Ben. You're shipping. Ben
is shipping. He's at every workshop, and surprise, right? Like he's making things happen. He's getting sales, right? Like that's it's all there. It's all there.
Ben was in a way better place than most people, though, coming in with like strong Instagram followers, strong. Such a huge help. Such a huge, tremendous help. What else do we have in terms of announcements? What are we doing on Saturday? We're doing another one. No, we're doing it tomorrow. We're doing it tomorrow.
So we'll do a workshop. Patrick and I will do a workshop for non-members tomorrow where we'll answer all your questions and give you some advice. Those have turned out great. So that'll be at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 Central, 12 Eastern. So make sure you subscribe to our blog to get notified when that happens. If you follow us on Facebook, Facebook will also send you a notification. And you can hop on, like if you subscribe to our email list, what's going to happen is you will get emailed a Zoom link where you can actually get on the conference. Okay. And so that's what, that's what you want to do if you want to actually talk to Patrick and I directly, right? This is for non-members. And then in general, the other big announcement is just the fact that we are running a huge sale right now, right? To join art storefronts. So if you want to improve your sales, not doing as good right now as you want to be, want to up your marketing game, want to get properly equipped with a proper art gallery website with all the features and functionality to sell art online, and don't waste any traffic or any opportunities that are coming to your existing website but they're not buying because your website is not designed to convert visitors into buyers. That's a reason to join. So what you'll want to do is request a demo. Okay. And if you go to our website, there's always a link in the upper right-hand corner that says
it's in the comments. It's in the
post link.
It's in
the description of the post on Facebook. I guess on all the platforms that we're on right now.
On all the platforms.
Beautiful. So there's a request a demo link right in there. Request a demo. Takes 2 seconds to fill out the form, and somebody from our outreach team will get back to you. And that way you can get in the queue. There's only 9 days left, so it's a really good idea to do that now, because we're offering the best deal that we've ever offered.
Also, too, we need to bring something up, which has been an elephant in the room, and which has been something Nick and I kind of figured out the hard way, so to speak. And we had one of these sessions like 3 weeks ago, I think now, 4 weeks ago maybe, and a sculptor was on, and he's like, the sculptor is like, does this platform work for sculptors? And in the past, we've been defaulting to say like, sculptors, jewelers. So Marguerite that just put in the demo, she's a jeweler. We were sitting there thinking about like, well, we're primarily set up to sell wall art, right? But our e-commerce shop is essentially the same as any other e-commerce shop. You can list any item.
Yeah, you can sell anything.
And sort of the epiphany that came is like, wait a minute, there is no platform for sculptors. There is no platform that I'm aware of for jewelers that has the best features to sell jewelry. So the only option available to them is any off-the-shelf e-commerce platform. But what they're going to not get with any of those is all the training. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you're selling sculpture. It doesn't matter if you're selling jewelry. It doesn't matter if you're selling wall art. All the marketing is the same. It's the same. It's the exact same, right?
Exactly.
So
because you're just a solo entrepreneur with a brand, right?
Yep.
With a,
So
and you sell creative products. And
Yep.
so as long as it's something like that, we're the best option still. And that's what we realized. Like we were kind of not really big on that. And we're kind of like, I mean, you know, well, and let's say what happened. What actually happened is the sculptors, they just keep signing up.
Yeah.
They just keep signing up regardless, right?
They knew what we did.
You and I, and finally you and I are like, okay, like we see what's going on here. They want to join anyway because they're like, I just need to get my product on the website. But what I really need from you guys, I need help building my business, my brand with the marketing and all of that stuff.
Just like everybody else. Just like
everybody else.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the real problem in the industry, right?
Yeah. Now on that sculpture side of things, we can't help you with the shipping. Okay. You ship on a giant marble thing, you got some problems of your own that you have to sort out. Right. But it's just all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same. They're all solo entrepreneurs, small micro businesses that need to figure it out and get in and get marketing. It's no different.
Exactly.
No different.
The biggest lie that's been out there, and you could call it a lie. I mean, it's not really a lie, but it's like it's really easy to fall for, and everybody's fallen for it. Is that all you need to do is launch a website and you've got a business in any industry, right? Like not just artists and photographers, but you know, anybody that's, you know, you could be a clothing designer or something like that, right?
Yep.
And the generic website platforms, Shopify, Squarespace, GoDaddy, every single one of them, you know, you notice like on their ads, it's like your dream starts here, right? Like, and it's like, oh my gosh, all I got to do is just launch a website. But what everybody doesn't realize, or what a lot of people didn't realize, is that you can go ahead and Google 99% of Shopify stores fail. And it doesn't matter whether it's Shopify or Squarespace or any of these other companies. Launching a website doesn't mean that you can do it in 2 seconds. Like that doesn't mean anything. Every single person on the planet could literally launch a website in 20 minutes. Like Pat, think about that, right?
Yep.
Everybody can do it. And most of them have. And then what happens? Crickets. Because you realize that the real problem is marketing. If you don't have people seeing your products, seeing your arts, seeing your photography, you know, and you're not increasing the amount of people that are seeing it, you're not collecting leads, and you will never get the sales. You have to collect leads, a lot of them, to get sales. And that's the real problem. And so
does that excited to see how you can have my art? I know how to sell. I don't know how to market online. Trust me, Marguerite, we know everybody's in the same boat. Everybody's in the same bucket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so, you know, like you've said this before, and I think it's a great sort of statement where it's like everybody else, all these generic website companies, they're selling websites. We're selling success, right? Not get rich quick.
Yeah.
Not get rich quick. Like very clear, not that. But that's why we have an all-in-one solution, which includes the website, the proper art gallery website, everything you need. But once that box is checked, it's done. We have our process. You get live with your website in 14 days. 14 days. That's it. That's how meaningless it is, right? It's just a tool. Like you said, it's a Ferrari sitting in your driveway, right? But you got to have gas. And the marketing is the next 20 years of your experience with art storefronts. You think it's just like, oh, website, I need a website. Like I'm going to be paying for the website. It's like, no, the website is like, how quickly can we check that box off for you so you are properly equipped to give your customers the best experience? Because 99% of your time is going to be marketing and working on the business. And we're trying to give you the best way to do that because it's the only thing that matters.
Yep. And stated another way, like, you know, the rest of the website providers judge success on how many websites they've sold. You said we're selling success. We're not selling success because that's an impossible thing to do.
Did I get today?
But we're judging success on how many successful artists and photographers and sculptors and jewelers that we can create, because ultimately it's the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that matters.
It's the only thing that matters.
How simple is that to say?
Exactly.
It's very simple to say.
That's the real problem. The problem out there isn't websites, right? The problem is lack of success.
Yep.
That's what it is, right? Like that's the problem behind the problem. Like the the website companies are providing like, a service to get a website. Like if your problem is a website, I have a website for you, right? But that's not the problem. The real problem is lack of success. That's the nail. And we're trying to be the hammer for that nail.
Yeah.
Because that's the real problem. The website, if you use a website hammer on a nail called success, it ain't going anywhere. You know what I mean? It's going to be like a floppy, it's like a floppy rubber thing. And you're like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? Because it doesn't work. It's not really a hammer. It's a floppy little thing. You need the right tool for the job.
There's that like, it's a Bible verse, and I've heard it. I couldn't tell you what Bible verse it is, but it's like, and I'm going to twist it a little bit, but it's like, this one person is being judgmental, and then this other person comes in and says like, you're worried about that speck of sand in your eye, and you're ignoring the plank in your own, right? And it's like, how are you calling me out on this?
Right.
That little speck of sand, you have a plank.
The
The website is the speck. That's the speck. I'm not saying it's not important, but that's in context, that's how important it is. The plank is the success, is the marketing and growing the business. That's the problem. The marketing, right? Like it's a plank. So there you go.
Andy Crawford, our boy.
Yeah.
Love you, Andy. You're awesome. He's a great member.
The Swamp
I'm
Kid.
blowing away my annual revenue using the ASF platform and the copious amounts of marketing know-how. Yeah, but you know what too, Andy, is like you're an example of a guy who is there working at it. You're in the workshops all the time. You are executing on the state-of-the-art strategies, right? Like everything that we've been talking about for the last 2 months, you're on there talking to us face to face. Like not surprising that you're growing and you're doing really well. So it's just awesome. I'm stoked for you.
Yeah, this is funny. Margaret, you guys artists? I'm thinking you are. No, but collectively, we've both been in the art industry for a long, long, long time. Like it's even 10 years for me, probably.
Yeah, and it's 20 years for me. I started a company called Breathing Color, which is still in existence today in 2003. And we manufacture fine art canvas, photography papers, metal, dye sublimation metal, all that stuff for high quality art and photography reproduction. So I've been doing that I've been in the printing side of fine art and photography for 20 years, working directly with all the biggest fine art printing companies and photo labs and tons and tons of photographers and artists as well in that regard. And then with art storefronts, we started like 2014 and we have over 3,000 members. And so we've been working, Patrick and I and our whole team, frankly, with 3,000 individual artist and photographer businesses hacking away at building their companies, and coming up with all the strategies and the playbooks and abstracting them into a plan that everybody can follow. You know what I mean? And so that you have a 365-day-a-year plan, and then you have the extra consulting along with it, because you really need both of those to make the whole thing happen.
Yep. By the way, we're broadcasting live to YouTube right now, and we only have 2 people on. Does that bother you?
Not at all. That's exactly why we do it, right? Because you got to start somewhere.
Not in the slightest.
And by the way, how many did we have like 2 months ago?
0.
Goose egg.
Yep.
0.
Yep.
Right?
Guess what?
And now we have 2.
What's the only question you and I care about? What can we turn that number into in 5 years?
Exactly.
Hundreds?
Exactly.
Thousands? Tens of thousands?
Thousands.
Yeah.
Come back in a year, that thing will be a couple thousand. I guarantee it.
Yep. And who's not worried about it?
Why? Because we're
not
doing
you,
it, we're shipping,
not I.
right?
Yep. We're just getting it in the water.
We're not sitting here whining about the fact that I only had 2 visitors on it, right? Yeah. No, we're just doing them all. But notice what we're doing with this technology. We're doing it on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube at the same time, and usually Instagram. We just had a problem with our phones this morning and couldn't do it. So it doesn't matter. Like, why wouldn't we?
Yep. Not going to stop. Not going to stop. Period.
All right. So I gotta get some lunch because we got our private members workshop in 40 minutes. So Andy and all of you guys, we will see you there. For the rest of you that are not members, just a reminder, we do have a non-member Zoom call tomorrow, live on Facebook. Get on our email list if you want to join on it, and you can talk to us directly. We'll answer any of your questions or problems. We're loving doing those. We're helping a lot of people that are like not sure about what the next step is in their career, whatever it may be. There's always some sort of a roadblock or a hurdle to getting started. Might be getting started working with us, or just, trying to, figure things out. So that's tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central, 12 Eastern. And for those of you that are interested in requesting a demo, it's in the description on this post. There is a link right there. So click on that and you'll get in the queue, because we're running a huge sale right now, and it ends in 9 days at the end of the month, or 10 days, I guess. It's a 31 day month. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep. Andy, we'll see you in there. Rest of you guys will see you in there. Lunch, late breakfast, 3-hour session. See you in a bit.
See you guys.